Okay? So now, can you see why if you apply pressure to someone, there's no love in it? See, if you pressure someone to be good, all they can do is conform or rebel. See, humans can conform or rebel. We do have that. But the rebellion itself is only a reaction to the pressure. See, it's a reaction, and it's of nature. So when you rebel, you have to use energy, anger, see, or resentment, or some sort of energy to rebel. No wonder you get tired. And you feel guilty for rebelling because you do so resentfully, and eventually you end up conforming. But you see how it's all of nature. It's all conforming and rebelling, attraction and repulsion, see. And above all the attractions and repulsions, there are overriding binding forces that keep everything together. Okay? Well, so now you can see that. So now you see that God created love. And how do we find love? Well, love is, you can see there's no love in the system. See? There's no love in the system. It has to come from outside of the system. And that love is from God. Of course, He created the system, but He created everything to work, to match and work and mesh and gear together and adhere and attach and bond and all of that. He created it so that everything is in its place and it's beautiful. But now love, see, for the human soul. Can you now see that, so what would freedom be? Now do you see all these attachments? Have you ever had something like sticky paper or sticky tape or something like that where no matter where you touch it, you stick to it? So you try to take it away from one hand with the other hand, and now it's sticking to the other hand. Then you try to hold it down with your edge of your hand, and then it sticks to the edge of your hand. That's the way it is. In 1,000, million different ways. Okay, so there's no freedom. But now love. Okay, how could there be? So when the human, the animal, the organism, the microbe, the plant, and we are of nature, but we also have a soul. See, we're part immaterial and part material. But in the system in which we operate on this earth, with other people and animals and plants and laws of physics and chemistry and so forth, there's no freedom. There's no escape. That's why, see, but freedom, don't we want freedom? That's why young people always rebel, don't they? Every generation from time immemorial, the young people have rebelled. But they can't really rebel. See, all they can do is use energy to try to go the opposite way. Or they rebel against one thing, and then you become attached to something else. All you can do is rebel from one thing and then attach to something else. Some people try to escape, get away from their addictions. And so they stop smoking, but they start chewing gum. Then they see they're addicted to chewing gum, so they give up chewing gum, and then they take up toothpicks, and now they're addicted to toothpicks. Sometimes a man tries to, or a lady tries to rebel against one partner and then ends up enslaved to it. They have to find another one to enslave themselves to, or go from the bottle to religion and from religion back to the bottle. Or rebel against one religion and then join another group, and you're even more enmeshed there. You see, there's no freedom. Well, but there is. And that's what I want to give you a hint of in this video. I want to keep it short. Freedom is when the soul attaches to God. See? When the soul, out of love, see, willingly, yearns for the innocence and the goodness that it's never known, but that it somehow yearns for. And then as the soul begins to find God, then God frees you, see. It talks in the Bible of being set free. Christ said, whom the Son of Man sets free is free indeed. So you have to be set free from these million hypnotic and all these bonds. See? Free from the pressures all around you. And that happens as you adhere to God. And you adhere to God in love. Okay? And as you adhere to God, you stop reacting to the outside, because you're no longer subject to the outside. Now you're subject to God.